So, the last speaker in today's overview of our results is Ali Mubashir. Mubashir came to the project last in the project, so last year in November, if I remember correctly. And guess what? He came to my office and we started to think, okay, what should you do? And we thought, well, him being from Pakistan, he said, you have a big gap in the database. Why don't I look at it? And little did I know that I opened up a Pandora box, and he's going to tell us about it. Thank you, Mubashir.
So, hi, I'm Mubashir. I think could be the last piece of the project. So, actually, technically, this age is very new for me. I did my PhD in a deep time, mostly on the Paleocene, Eocene thermal maximum. So now I am going to a bit younger side. So being a deep time geologist, So now we are living in a modern world, and the current CO2 level is, due to this anthropogenic activity, the current CO2 level is 420 ppm, which is nearly double to the pre-industrial time. So in 2014, the IPCC report came out and say this will lead us to the global warming. And by 2020, by 21st century, we will actually gain 2-degree rise in temperature. And interestingly, we already gain 1.5. Already gain it, and which is confirmed this year. That 2024 was the warmest year after the pre-industrial revolution, and we already gained 1.55 degree centigrade rise in the temperature. So, to study the future, it's better to study the past. So, past as a key to the imminent future. So, being a geologist, I have to start for the past warming events. Since the evolution of marine life on Earth, the Earth faced several warming events from Cambrian Ordovician, hot phase, then Devonian, then Triassic, then some oceanogenic events in Jurassic, and the PTM, which is my favorite. But these warming events are more more intense in terms of the carbon percentages, because that time in past, the carbon was evolved into the atmosphere in the gigatons. So for the best correlation or best fit for the future climates is last interglacial, which is this one, MIS5, started from approximately 129 to 16 kilo years ago. Temperature was rise 1 to 2 degrees centigrades, and the CO2 levels was much lower than today, because that time it was mostly orbital forcing. And Arctic's polar region was more warmer. Global sea level was rise from 6 to 7 meters. So, as Alessio told us that Wallace is actually, my role was to put something in this database. Why? To review and standardize the data according to the modern analog, this one, which is published by Roveri 2023. And I select South Asia. Why? Then there are multiple reasons. One, the main reason is the monsoon. Nowadays, it's a key region because of the monsoon, and it's one of the hot place for the future sea level rise, because we have the Himalayas, and the Himalayas ice sheet is melting very fast. Also, flooding is there, so we are predicting that in future there will be future sea level rise. Also, if you go on the western side of the Pakistan, there is a Makran subduction zone, which is uplift rate with the 2 mm per year, and then there is a prediction of the sea level rise. So as Alishu told us, there is a big gap in the Wallace. So South Asia was least represented here. Okay. So I went through the previously published literature, and I found 47 last interglacial sea level index points. From India, mostly in the south of the India, they are Tamil Nadu, and the east of the India, which is Andhra Pradesh, and the west of the India, which is Gujarat. Then the southern Iran, just above the Persian Gulf, in the south of the Zagros. We have multiple points, index points from the Bandarabas, Kish, Kim, Lepir, Rimim, Ramin, and Kurnak areas. Then Oman, we have two areas, Sur Lagoon and Wadi Fins. Maldives, which are mostly submerged, and they are Rashdu Atoll and Adu Atoll. Then the Indian Ocean, if a bit southern to the Maldives, is Kakos and Chagos. And then Andaman, we have one point with the Paleo beach ridge, is a Kofra Tong. Sea level elevation. So most of firstly in India, the south of the India, the sea level elevation, the elevation of the sea level proxy was approximately 2 meters high. In the Maldives, these are the coral micro atoll, and they are submerged, mostly currently present at minus 17 meters. But interestingly, if you are going to the Iranian part, and we have a sea level indicator, the elevation is up to 58 meters. For me, it could be a Makran subduction zone, which is uplifting very fast, and that's why we have a very high elevation there. So I find different type of sea level indicators. First is the beach deposits, mostly from the south of India, and one is from Wadi Fin and Andaman, Kopra, and total beach deposits are 5 in number. Then the shallow marine intertidal fauna at the south of the India, 1. Then the marine terraces, which are 10 in number, mostly south of the Iran, then the southernmost part of the India, Rameshwaram, and the western part, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Coral microatolls was present in the Indian Oceans, in Maldives, and the southern Indian Ocean. And there are two tidal notches I found through the literatures. One is in the Sur Lagoon in Oman, and the other one is in the Gujarat, tidal notches. The coral reef terraces are much larger in numbers. They are mostly at the south of India, which is Rameshwaram, and in the Iran, which are Kish and Kim islands. So the datings methodologies, they are used mostly with the ESR. In Iran, there is a paper of Perazzoli, 2014, and he dates a lot. More than, I think he has more than 17 dates from last interglacial, but if you are going specifically for the marine isotope 5, there are more than 20 ages more. And chronostratigraphic ages, which is one come from the Wadi Fin and the Visakhapatnam. The OSL dates are one from the Andaman and one from the one from the Tamil Nadu, and 3 dates from the two dates from southern Iran, Lipir and Ramin coast at the Bandarabas, and one is in the Wadi Fin. Sor Lagoon, and a lot of U series. Why? Because most of the Indian side, there are presence of Acrophora and Porites near the Rameshwaram, and these coral microtolls in the Indian oceans, they were dated with the U series, and the tidal notches, where the one in Gujarat, there is a shell which is dated with the U series. It could be possibly a wrong age because aragonite is not there. And the Kish formation, the Kish and Kissim area is actually also have some coral datings with the U series. So number of index points and so elevation, mostly the index point was measured with the barometric altimeter. Then vertical datum was mean sea level. RSL quality very bad. It's like poor because most of the paper was published they are very old, so they have a very poorly constrainment for the RSL. And H quality, because of the corals at the south of the India and the ESR dates from the Pirozoli 2004 at the Iran, they have some very good dating quality. Then we arrange the data according to the modern analog, which will be plotting very soon with the help of Alessio. Thank you.